I can tell you now, there's nobody in my village again. Oh. They have chased everybody away. In fact, they say last night there was gunshot in that place. Is it not? First, if you don't get life, you go get natural resources. You're talking natural resources. You're not talking about living first. Is it not when you live that the natural resources will be valuable to you? See, at this point, Donald Trump make it come on because
to shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria.
Nigeria is at war. I say this boldly because I can see what is happening and it is everywhere. And if we keep quiet, because some persons are still living in the denial of the fact that there's war in Nigeria, and if we keep living in that denial, in the shortest time to come, we will wake up and there will be no country called Nigeria. Nigeria will be completely annihilated from the face of the earth. Like, you can imagine that our own internal people are saying, oh, there's no problem. Some people are even saying, no, there's no genocide. There's no Christian genocide. Things are under control. Our president is busy telling us that he is depressed. If our president is depressed, he who is the commander of the armed forces in Nigeria, if he's depressed, what is the hope of the common man? He's depressed, but he has 24 hours electricity in Aso Rock. He's depressed, but he has traveled to South Africa again, we heard. He's depressed, but when he's sick, if there's a medical emergency, he'll book a flight on his way to London or Europe. I mean, okay, when Donald Trump said he was going to come, a lot of persons started speaking up against it. The first video I saw was Adeola Fayem. She said no, she started mentioning countries that America tried to intervene and it turned into something big. Another one, very dark man, said, no, America, they have done this, they've done that. Yes, see, I am not supporting Americans in any way. But all I am saying is, at this point, we need help. They say they are coming for natural resources. Do we actually have natural resources here? The answer is yes, we do. Is it impacting on the common Nigerian? No. The response to that is a complete no. We have oil, we have this, we have that, we have a host of them. In fact, even where I am coming from, there's one there too. And I can tell you now, there's nobody in my village again. They have chased everybody away. In fact, they say last night there was gunshot in that place. The people that were trying to say, let's go and wrap up with our farm things, all of them ran back to town yesterday again. So if you have natural resources, this one that you're saying they are coming to steal, is it not? First, if you don't get life, you go get natural resources. You're talking natural resources. You're not talking about living first. Is it not when you live that the natural resources will be valuable to you? See, at this point, Donald Trump make it come on because, in fact, there's a state of emergency that is supposed to be declared here now. If it's happening, it started from the northern part, it is now drifting to the middle belt, now it is beginning to go into the west. If not, that attack in Kwara State, see that mama that was trying to run for her life. See, in Nigeria now, every day it is something new, and the something new is never positive. Before you recover from schoolgirls have been abducted, you have heard that a brigadier general was killed. Before you recover from that, you have heard that a church was attacked. And now people still say, no, it's not Christian genocide. In fact, the one that annoys me the most is that Christians are dying, but Muslims are dying too. In fact, Nigerians are dying. It is serious. I'm not arguing the fact that some Muslims are affected too, but let us tell ourselves the truth. The Christians are more affected. So if somebody like Nicki Minaj, who is not in Nigeria, will speak up for our own Nigerian people, if Donald Trump will say he's preparing to send them to send his army people to clear these people out, and our own people are saying, no, there's nothing like genocide, though. We just know that Nigerians are dying, and our own people are saying, no, Americans should not come, and our president, our Oga Patapata, that is supposed to be the person that we should run to when there's a problem that should hear us, he's saying he's depressed and then he's traveling. He released the statement, and in his statement, I find the statement very funny and I find it very annoying as well. Because how can you release a statement? And he made light, well, he mentioned the general condolences, of course, the prayers, and you're praying for us, you want us to pray. This is not a time to pray, it's a time to act. And even the action, if you want to talk about the military, let's tell ourselves the truth. The military is compromised. Because how do you tell me that terrorists that have rendered children fatherless, have rendered wives widow, have rendered a lot of people, have left them in pain for life. You tell me that you rehabilitate them, they are now repented, and then you put them into the military. They even say it's not only in the military, some are DSS, some are in the police, some are this. Are we trying to clean the system or are we still self-sabotaging? Because to me, that is self-sabotage. Because I mean, in those days, not in those days, in fact, even in movies that we used to see, we see that people act as undercover agents. They are double agents. They play two sides. They can pretend to be a friend to a particular cartel, and then they are in the police force or in the military to try to get information from there. And the worst part of Nigerian owner is that it's not as if they are pretending to do anything. No, our own is koro like this. We know you brought them from this camp, you know, but you bring them in and say they have repented. Ay, jeez. Okay, the Nicki Minaj video, because when you want to talk about Nigeria, when you talk about one thing, the same thing. In fact, we just keep saying the same things over and over and again. And please, our pastors, stop telling us to pray. Prayer is good. It is a master key. Jesus started with prayer and ended with prayer. I am a Christian, but prayer alone is not enough. We need help. We need help. We need help. We need help. I cannot say this enough. We need help. And it doesn't matter where it's coming from at this point. We need help.
For this invitation. It is an honor to stand on this stage with you and the other distinguished speakers here today to shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria. I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief. I stand here as a proud New Yorker with a deep sense of gratitude that we live in a country where we can freely and safely worship God regardless of one's creed, background, or politics. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion, like I recently stated on social media. And we don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. We're way beyond thinking or expecting or assuming for, the person sitting next to you to have the exact same beliefs. We're beyond that. That's ridiculous. But that shouldn't make one person feel less safe than anyone in any room. Music has taken me around the globe. I have seen how people, no matter their language, culture, or religion, come alive when they hear a song that touches their soul. Religious freedom means we all can sing our faith regardless of who we are, where we live, and what we believe. But today, faith is under attack in way too many places. In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart, and entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. Sadly, this problem is not only a growing problem in Nigeria, but also in so many other countries across the world, and it demands urgent action. And I want to be clear. Protecting Christians in Nigeria is not about taking sides or dividing people. It is about uniting humanity. Nigeria is a beautiful nation with deep faith traditions and lots of beautiful barbs that I can't wait to see. When one's church, mosque, or place of worship is destroyed, everyone's heart should break just a little bit. And the foundation of the United Nations, with its core mandate to ensure peace and security, should shake. I am joined here today by peace builders, by faith leaders, by those who saw violence, saw rising intolerance, saw the threats clearly before us, and chose not to look the other way. I am inspired by their work to build interfaith ties, to see the humanity across the lines which might divide us, and to fight for security and liberty for all those who pray. I look forward to our discussion today, and I hope it will encourage deepened solidarity for us to urgently work together to ensure every person can enjoy the right to believe, to worship, and to live in peace.